My name is Crystal, and welcome. Thank you for being here. I happen to be the founder and CEO of Career Conversationalist, and I'm excited about a new product and project that's launching. And today we're here to talk about finance your kid's college education with $27. And so pretty much this episode came about because of a parent and her concern, and she wants to know, how do you finance college? How do you get our kid involved? And since he's a busy person, the whole family is, but he's involved in sports as well as taking a lot of academic classes, how can he make time in his busy schedule to finance his college by finding scholarships? So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I really just wanted to take a moment to talk about this episode series that's taking place. It's a new project for me, so I just want to let you know what's in store and what's coming up. So we're going to discuss what it is. And pretty much, I noticed that a lot of families, when they're looking for scholarships, they tend to start thinking about it their junior or senior year, their kids in high school. And at that point, they've already missed out on a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of scholarships that are already out there, and kids can start applying as early as junior high and high school, as well as throughout high school and then throughout college. So I really am putting this series together to get the conversation started that yes, it is possible to start looking a lot sooner. And why is this important? Why is this important? Because college is a major expense, and we're talking about, how do you fund it? It's one of the largest expenses besides buying a house or having a wedding. And it's really important because you're talking about investing in your kid. And that's what a college education is, regardless of whether your child goes to a trade school or decides to go after a 4-year degree instead of a 2-year. It's really about making a difference in how do you pay for it, because it's a lot of money to come out of your pocket at one time. And if you don't plan ahead, then you may be left to having to take out parent loans, or you might end up paying for it on a credit card or tapping into your retirement account and draining it. A lot of ways that if you pre-plan it in advance, you can get more money. And that's why this is important, because it's not just your kid's college education and preventing your kid from having a bunch of student loans. It's also about you thinking about your future and retirement. So it's really important to help your child learn some skill sets as far as planning ahead on how to make large purchases. Certainly thinking about scholarships and how to pay for college will get your child in the mindset of, how do I start planning ahead when I want something bigger like a house? So that's why this is important. Sorry, I got my little cards out of place. So, okay, so that was why is it important. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. Topics that we're going to be covering is, who else wants a list of scholarships that your kid can apply to? Episode that I'm really, really looking forward to. I know a lot of times it's easier to get something done when you have a list, because then you can be more efficient rather than just doing one here, one there, one everywhere, whenever you can find one. The other topic is going to be a new way to get your kid to search for scholarships. And this has to do with the challenge and why is it exciting. A lot of times there's information out there and people just don't follow up. Great example is Google's out there. It's free to use. People can search for scholarships and they just don't do it. Another great option that's out there is a lot of schools will have workshops for kids, or parents' night, college career night, things like that. And they might have some great information with a piece of paper that's there listing all these resources. Parents, families, kids, they pick it up, they keep it, maybe they lose it, but they don't ever take any action. And so it's really about taking action with the information and not just having the information. So that's what's exciting about it, is because it's getting your kid involved in taking action daily, so they start developing habits. And once they're in the habit of looking for scholarships, then it makes it easier for your child to pivot and to start actually applying for scholarships. The other topic is going to be, why now? I can't read that well. Why now is the right time to find scholarships? And again, it just has to do with, the more you pre-plan, the more options that you have. It's kind of like retirement. It's really difficult to start planning for retirement if you just wait till you're getting ready to retire. The sooner you start planning, the more options you have, especially for the accumulation phase, which is always the exciting phase. And it's just you're going to have a brighter future. Your kid's going to have a brighter future. So that's why discussing why now is the right time, is because you're setting both yourself up and your kid for a bright future. The other topic is going to be the secret to finding more scholarships in less time. Everybody seems to be busy these days, and it's all about how do you do something. Time. And time is certainly a major factor. There's different things that you can do to find scholarships. Some are more efficient than others. And so it's pretty important to just get to the point. So we'll cover that more in detail. The other topic is going to be how to find scholarships in 10 minutes a day. Yes, 10 minutes. And if you think about that, it adds up over a week. That's 70 minutes. That's over an hour. And it's a great way to get started in a habit. I know a lot of people struggle to start habits like working out or going to a gym. So looking for scholarships is by far a lot easier habit to start than some of these other things that people try and start where they might need an hour. And besides, going to the gym doesn't include the time it takes to get dressed. And then once you're hot and sweaty, you got to take a shower. So then you might need to rearrange your day to accommodate for that. So, I mean, certainly, when I think about working out, I know that was always a challenge because people are like, oh, you work out for an hour. And I'm like, well, no, I need at least an hour and a half because I got all these other things I got to do that are associated with it. I have to rearrange my day in a way that I normally wouldn't do. So, finding a good workout routine that works for you, like in 10 minutes a day, something I started works wonderful for me. I absolutely love it. It's easy for me to stay with because it is 10 minutes a day versus the traditional going to the gym for an hour, commuting there and all this other stuff. So that's what inspired me to do the whole 10 minute a day. That, and a parent said, that's what I want. So it makes it really easy when I've had experience with products that do really well and provide amazing transforming results in 10 minutes a day, and understanding why a parent wants it, just decided to make a home run for this project. Talk about what would your life look like if you could afford your your child's college education. I mean, we're pretty much talking about several $1,000s. I mean, depending upon whether your child wants to go to a state school or a private school, I mean, there is a huge difference in cost. But what would your life look like if you didn't worry about it? What would your child's life look like? I know a lot of kids stress out about it. And in fact, there was a study that was just done by Sally Mae that does student loans and parent loans. And they say kids are more likely to stress out about college-related expenses than their parents are. So if you're worried about it, just imagine, what is that doing to your child? And what would both your lives look like if you didn't have to worry about it? If you knew that you had a plan in place and that you could quickly get results quickly, because at the end of 30 days in participating in a challenge, your child would have a list of scholarships to apply to. All right, so here's my invitation to you. I definitely want you to go ahead and check out the Scholarship Challenge. And you can certainly go to thescholarshipchallenge.com. And right now it's at $27, and it's at the low price because I've really just put it together and I want some feedback as far as what you think about it. How can I improve it? And the price will certainly be going up for other people who will be taking it in the near future. But pretty much it's designed in two parts. There's a part for your child where your child gets access to the best resource. Source is how to use it properly, and then how to use technology so it sorts all the scholarships by deadline. This is really important because at the end of 30 days, not only does your child have a list of scholarships to apply to, but your child knows which ones to work on first and in what order. This is important. This way your child doesn't miss an opportunity to apply for some free money to pay for college. The other portion of the challenge is for you as a parent. It's designed to be 5 minutes a day. And this provides you education so you understand what the financial process is. And then there's also a lot of tips and tricks about how to qualify for more money. I'll certainly share my story and what my family did. When I was in high school, I qualified for too much, or should I say, our family made too much money to qualify for financial need. And my mom did some very smart things in order to help me qualify for more money for school. So it's great. I won over $70,000 from grants and scholarships, and that's money that I don't have to pay back. So certainly if you want to learn from someone who's been there and done that and has done it successfully, I encourage you to go through the challenge. Again, it's the scholarshipchallenge.com for $27 for a limited time. Also, I just want to say at the time of this recording, I am offering a bonus if you decide to take action. And I'm really excited about what the bonus is. Pretty much there are 2 people that I have become colleagues with who have gotten to know over the years, and I just in a conversation talking to them about, I know people are going through this course and they're going to have some questions, and I really, really want to serve people. Would you be open to possibly maybe answering those questions and doing a live webinar? People can submit their questions in advance. We can see which questions come up the most frequently, and makes some really help a lot of people like you get your questions answered. And so it's with Dan Everett, who's with College Money Pro, and he is a nationally recognized expert in moving money. He knows a lot of tips and tricks. Certainly his depth of knowledge is far beyond mine, and so he's actually shares some of his wealth of knowledge inside this course, which I'm super excited about. But he's done some amazing things. And then the other person is Daniel Hertzberg with Accelerated Educational Solutions. He's done some amazing things with helping kids get scholarships, and his focus is a little bit different. He focuses more on the academic scholarships, and certainly one of the interesting things I think of is that a lot of times the byproduct of focusing on academic scholarships is that your child actually learns really good study habits that carry your child through school. Impressive background with his education and his ability to work with people. I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to work with him, so I can tell you that he's a great guy and he really does know his stuff. So if you're interested in the bonus, I encourage you to definitely, I want to go do the scholarship challenge for $27, but in order to get the bonus, you're going to want to do the deadline, which is November 21, 2017. And it's at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so it's just a couple days right before Thanksgiving, so you'll have something to be thankful for. But definitely get started right away. This is something I wouldn't wait for. It's something that I would certainly tell all your friends and family about and make it a fun event. This way, at the end of 30 days, you have other people to celebrate with. So much for your time. I look forward to producing another one of these shows. During the launch, it's going to be a video a day. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.